At 2.92.
Extreme mode. Extreme mode. Oh, a new driver's ready. Yeah, let me just stop what I'm doing and do that.
Ooh, dude, a new driver? That's, you know, that's my favorite part, is when I see something say new driver.
Is the controller dying, or did it just disconnect for a second? What? I'll just replace the batteries. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, man. I don't need to replace my batteries when I have a Rockstar X-Durance Energy ripped red lightly carbonated beverage with 300 mega grams of caffeine per can. X
Mega gramos
super
of caffeine.
energy.
Can you tell me more about these mega gramos?
They're really big. They're a million big.
Are they bigger than Red Bulls?
I mean, it depends on the Red Bull. I mean, Bulls have varying amount of sizes. Silly.
Agent?
No, you're.
Fox.
What? Why is my car a hoe?
I mean, look at the way it's dressed. To be honest, I've been wanting to say the same thing.
Where did I go wrong raising it?
Probably
okay,
the
Fox.
part where you told it to be a hoe.
Oh, that was a joke. How's it going, K Fox?
Man, I really hope Sonics can get the party making stuff done without Steam. Do it in game next update, please.
It
Although
said
they haven't. What?
It said at the end of September, so.
That is part of the thing they said in their update.
And yeah, one of their recent like blog posts or whatever.
Figure out what teammate is doing. All right, well that's good.
Whatever.
That makes me happy.
Oh god. That I didn't like that bounce. Yeah, they said at the end of September. I also don't like that he just kind of gave it to.
Yeah, I'm not super happy with teammate at the moment.
No, it's okay though. He's good.
It might be. I've only seen him play for like 20 seconds.
Oh, there was a good one again. Teammate, are you drunk?
Oh.
That was almost good. Mondays, am I right, K Fox?
Where's my lasagna?
Where's my lasagna? What's the guy? What's it? Oh God.
Field?
No, his master's name.
Jim or Joe or Dave?
Oh fuck! What was that?
Frederico? Is that it?
Kalashnikov?
Emmanuel? Emmanuel Rodriguez, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Don Juan Esteban, that's what it was.
Ezio Auditore da Firenze.
It's a me, Mario. Do you remember
It's
that?
me.
In
Assassin's
in
Creed.
Assassin's Creed. Oh, I love that goal explosion.
Give me a left.
Yeah, good riddance. Did you see that part in Assassin's Creed when he says it's a me, Mario? You!
No.
Did you change your avatar?
Maybe.
There's a little thing in her hair. How adorbs.
I'm running out of faces from that music video.
He's gonna leave.
No chance in hell. He had no chance in hell. He's also a pro, so that's good.
So how's your day been?
Pretty average. Not much going on.
My gum is like finally starting to feel better now.
That's good.
Yeah.
I have my cleaning tomorrow.
Mm.
Yeah, let's get that out of there. Oh god. Oh god.
Teammate.
Uh, Fuck. Oh. Yeah, as you can tell, I obviously switched around the schedule. We talked about that kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So, wasn't much. I mean, I changed a little bit of not you and our time.
It's mostly I wanted to, and I know this week is unique, and that's fine. I don't mind that, but I didn't want to do one every other day kind of thing. I don't want to like swap back and forth if we can help it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that as much either, but because of.
Which is why I suggested the reversing our current schedules so that you still get Monster Hunter on Wednesday and preserving. But you know, whatever. Like I said, it's only for a week, so it's fine.
Rocket League update comes out on Wednesday.
I know that. That's the schedule I gave you. Had Rocket League
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Wednesday.
You know. But Yakuza Kiwami 2 comes out tomorrow. So I'm not streaming late today. I'm going to stream late tomorrow and the next day. Get a couple of Kiwamis in there, you know?
But yeah, I don't really care what you do with your own time.
Wow! You don't even care.
I do not. Not in the slightest.
It's going to be a good time. I'm excited for the Kiwamis. Oh god, I'm in the middle of trying to grab boost. Ah! I don't like this first game. Like a big bag of wiener.
Hot dogs?
Hot dog. Sandwiches.
Did you see the new Thunderfoot?
Ah, yes. Most of it.
Because
Final, like 2-3 minutes.
no. Because I brought up how I hated that Linus from Tech Tips like bought into that bullshit.
Yeah.
And did you get to the Thunderfoot video, the part where he shows some of their reaction to the Thunderfoot video?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I barely missed. Like I said, like the last 2 minutes.
So I'm equally displeased with the way they reacted to Thunderfoot's video. I was like, come on, guys. Like when they were like, maybe we didn't do enough research to make sure the product is valid. I was like, yeah, keep going. That's a good start. And then they started like backpedaling and equivocating. I was like, oh no, god damn it, guys. You know, it's again, if you made a mistake, that's fine, but like own up to it. They're so trying to wiggle out of it and bringing up this whole. He made it look like we were sponsored, and I don't know if he made it look like you guys made it look like it was sponsored. You guys were fucking acting like it was the great world. So that left me with a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, dude,
Disappointed by that.
That was a really dumb response on their part.
It was.
Especially because, like, you know, the main problem with it was, you know, again, sensational science kind of like, look at this new product that somebody says that they can do, and we're gonna totally.
And they even tried to like act like they.
Oh, do it! Oh, do it!
They tried to act like, well, we didn't say that the product could. We said it may be able to, or something like that.
You know,
And I was
the
like,
company
no, you
claims.
You guys absolutely made it sound like this was shit that was possible right now. Don't fucking lie like that.
Yeah, the whole Whoa. What is that? Oh, nice one, but
Man, I can't believe teammates stuck with us and we're now reaping the benefits. How awesome is that?
yeah.
We got our butts kicked 5-0.
But they might have said at some point during the video.
Right,
the
yeah.
company
It's
claims.
possible that they said, you know, the company claims, but there's so much. Even if Thunderfoot is taking the juiciest bits, I still wouldn't say it's out of context. Like he's playing the video for.
Oh god. That was real funky.
For long stretches of your video, you made it sound like this tech was here and that it was legit. And that's real scummy.
But the problem with it is like the fact that he's reporting it on, like, yeah, the way he presented it was like, hey, oh, oops. Is like,
Oh my god, how about that body fat thing? I was like, are you serious?
yeah. Oh, nice one.
And I love that. Oh, go ahead.
I just the fact that he seems like a reputable source, right? You know, he seems like somebody who can be trusted. So when he's saying stuff and not like he's being like, oh, this thing is a reality, or like especially he's like, oh, but that Star Trek thing. Could that be fiction? No, it probably isn't. Like, what?
I bought Noctua fans because he recommended them. I mean, I've been very happy with them. They've been very good fans, but it's just now I'm like, god damn, should I have?
Oh, fuck. I mean, you know, that's closer to the computer spectrum, right? So.
Right, and that is what someone commented, was that like I think the biggest problem is that he tried to reach outside of the computer realm. Like, not all tech is equal. If he's an expert with PC stuff, doesn't mean he's gonna. Oh! Doesn't mean he's gonna know the first thing about spectrograph atomizer bullshit. My nose is itching. Ah!
Oh, that was almost a good pass. But
Just people like to say they're into tech, but tech is a huge field.
yeah, I mean, I think those people are into the. Oh!
Teammate was
Whoa.
flat-footed. You were our only hope.
Yeah, I was so fucking close.
Oh, Andy was facing the wrong way.
I haven't been able to goalie this whole match. I'm mad. Everything has been like just slightly outside of my.
It's also great how the devs responded with, just buy our dev kit for $1,000 and try it yourself.
God, that was stupid. Oh, you think it's a scam? Buy our product then. What is that? For him to miss?
I did think Thunderfoot's response was a little stupid and cringy, but he's certainly in the right overall here. So he was like, provide data on a live stream or get the fuck out. I was like, all right, you didn't need to act like you're a tough guy on the internet here. That was a little unnecessary, but you know, that's Thunderfoot for you.
Okay, Mr. Internet. Oh, it's up there, Mike.
Teammate not
Long time no see in the stream. The bot doesn't even know who you are. Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't like this match. I don't like where it's going.
But yeah, I mean, it is a good challenge. Thunderfoot's like, I shouldn't have to buy your product. Just make a video of you testing the difference between an apple and a potato, and that would be proof of something at least.
Down. How's it going, man? How's it going, Mike? Yeah, they should be able to, or give him one for free. Like,
Yeah. At least just let him borrow one at the very least.
yeah.
Oh, that came
Oh.
out farther than I wanted it. And I said flip, so it wouldn't matter.
Oh.
You gotta go for it.
Yep, you gotta go for it. Good. Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you, man.
How's it going?
Never seen you around these parts.
Welcome to the stream. Ashton, do you want to give background on the whole Thunderfoot thing? Our Twitch viewer is asking for some background. Yes.
Oh, Thunderfoot. So there's a these like handheld molecular scanners that people.
It was like a Kickstarter project where they said they they have these scanners that could scan the molecular nature of food items, so that you could pick out the best strawberry or apple when you're buying groceries, which never made sense to me. Like, who's really that concerned about each individual fucking grape that they buy at the grocery store, that it needs to be like, what are you looking for in the perfect apple that this thing is going to tell you? Anyways, there's a YouTuber called Thunderfoot that is like debunking this thing, saying that there's no way they made a handheld thing, because the machines that can actually do this are very large and very expensive, and they're trying to say that they made this handheld version for real cheap, which is bullshit. And so he called them out on it. He made a video calling them out, saying it's bullshit, and the Kickstarter makers people came back and said, oh yeah, if you think it's a scam, then buy our $1,000 test kit and you can see for yourself that it works. And we're like, that's ridiculous. It's not going to pay $1,000 to buy your broken piece of junk.
There's tons of other stuff too. There's Linus Tech Tips, who like basically endorsed it in one of their videos. They basically were saying like, oh, this thing's a reality, but it turns out this thing doesn't really like work very well.
There's no evidence saying it works.
Yeah.
They could easily make a video showing it working, but they have not. And yet they're still getting people to buy it and give them money for it.
And there's like, it shows a spectrograph of like, you know, the molecular makeup of a thing, but the problem is there's more expensive, more accurate versions of that on the market. And it's this thing, like they showed it working in one of the videos, and like the spectrograph readout was the exact same. And one of them, you have to tell it what food you're scanning before you scan it. Like, you could just pull up the nutrition facts off the internet.
At that point, how do you even know the damn thing is? If you're telling it it's an apple, then it could just be searching up a database of like, this is what most apples typically, this is what their content is like. We can just, yeah, it's absolutely, it seems like a scam. And they like, if you scan something, you're only gonna hit the top layer of it. You're not gonna, like, they showed it like scanning like a salad and shit, and they're just kind of waving it over there. I was like, man, there's dressing on top of that. It's gonna be trying to read that, and there's all these different ingredients. And now they're trying to, God, what color are we? Blue? Oh shit, we're orange. They're trying to say you can scan yourself and get your like body fat count, which is ridiculous. I especially love the guy who he does it on camera and goes, "Oh, that's too bad because it says I'm average, but earlier when we tested it, I was getting above average."
Yeah.
Like, well, now you know that it's not reproducible. It's just obviously just making shit up at this point.
Yeah, the guy's like, yeah, earlier it said a different value. Oh, how accurate. Like, what makes you think you can scan your entire body fat from just pointing it at your arm?
At your skin.
Like, I have a lot more fat in my gut than I do in my arm.
I hope so.
I was kind of making a reference to the fact that I have a protective layering over my rock hard ab.
Singular ab.
Yeah, well, it's big.
The other 5
Real
haven't come
big.
in yet. Oh my goodness. Come back down to earth, baby. Yeah, Thunderfoot, it's really fun watching him debunk a lot of shit. Like, he seems to have a particular bone to pick with Elon Musk and Solar Roadways right now.
Have you watched Thunderfoot, Mike? However, it's always really annoying because he cycles the same thing all the goddamn time.
He does reuse his footage and arguments a lot.
Oh, that was not what I...
This is not a this is not meant to be like a ringing endorsement of Thunderfoot. He's got his own problems, but it is he actually has like some decent credibility when it comes to science because he works with nuclear reactors and shit. And what else does he do?
I have no idea. You already said more than I knew.
Yeah, he works at a place with
Oh boy.
handles nuclear power. Oh yeah, he spells it with 2 zeros. That's probably because it was already taken, I bet.
The same guys as last time.
No. No! So I watched a video about these tribes in South America that... Oh, I was looking for boost. That are, like, uncivilized, like haven't had contact with the rest of the world yet. Like they're still the bows and arrows and shit. And it's some of the last people, people in the world that haven't been like contacted and like given like technology and healthcare and shit. Were you saying something?
I'm reading his paragraph here. Yeah, exactly. Like, it has to be with those very expensive spectrometers. You gotta. It's got to be like 1 or 2 things, or else it just has no idea. They said if it's like if your composition's like sugar and cocaine, it's gonna have like a bunch of potential errors that come up.
Oh no, teammate. Good work, teammate.
Nice one. All right, what were you saying?
Go ahead. So they made some effort back in like even the 90s to try to contact these people. But a lot of them, they kept getting like hit with bows and arrows and shit. And they're also worried about giving them diseases, just like the conquistadors did. You know, you come in and these people aren't used to. No. They don't have the same immunities and shit that we do. So, just by meeting them, you could murder like half their population,
or all of them.
Yeah, or all of them. And I wonder if we could give them like boosters and shit. But that was a strange hit from teammate.
We're up by 2.
So the South American government in I think yeah, it's they're in the Amazon, so it's they were just like they put like a barrier around the people and they're you're not illegal to actually go in there. You're not allowed to go near them.
Very interesting.
Kind of giving them the prime directive. And I was like, it's a really interesting kind of concept of is that the right thing to do? You know, imagine. Oh my God, it's all night long. You know, some of those people are dying of shit that we can treat, that we can take care of. They've got, you know, there's so much that we could do to improve their lives if we were able to get in there and contact them. We haven't said anything super important.
We're making fun of you a lot, though.
Oh my God, that's all we did. But it wasn't important. That was
Yeah.
distinction.
The way I deleted that portion already.
You spliced in some new audio, didn't you?
Yeah.
He works pretty fast. So, I mean, imagine if you were in that tribe, you probably don't want people fucking with you. You probably want them to leave you alone. But if you knew, if they put you through the torturous process of giving you civilization and coming in and fucking you up and stuff and being like, all right, we're taking away your bows and arrows so you can't hurt us and whatnot. Yeah, it'd be traumatizing, but then we could give them a double cheeseburger with bacon and they'd be like, oh my God, where has this been my whole life? And
Yes.
Holy shit, they can make glasses so my grandmother can actually see.
Your grandmother's in that tribe?
Yeah, that's partly why I know about it.
Oh.
So I don't know. What do you think? If there are people, I mean, they wouldn't say they're suffering, but holy shit, the kind of quality of life they could have if we did go in there and help them out.
Yeah. I don't know. If people don't ask, if people don't want help, do you give them help?
I mean, I'd be furious to find out that you know what I mean? If I lived my whole life like that, and then I find out that you know, there's hotels and feather beds and free, easy access to food.
I think it's witchcraft, though, and hate it.
Yeah, I'm saying after they have been acclimated, they'd be like, holy shit, I'm so glad I was acclimated. I know I would. And think about them being you know, my little brother had appendicitis, and you guys could have fixed that lickety split, but instead he died.
Oh shit, though. Did you Sombra ever heard of the anime Parasite the Maximum?
I have not. Does it have anything
I've heard
to do
of
with what I'm talking about, or is it just a good show?
No, I think you were saying that before we are going back into it. I've heard of a Parasite show where the guy's body mutates and stuff. People's bodies mutate and things. There's eyeballs on their hands and stuff, and it's there's a parasite
I do not
inside
like
of them.
eyeballs on hands. I know it seems like a very specific thing to not like, but I do not like that.
Very interesting because his body morphs. Oh god, that guy. Is that the show you're talking about? Up yeet! Oh no, I'm caught front flip! Fuck off.
My teammate. Caught bumping fenders.
Oh, yeah.
CVS for loot boxes.
Well, K Fox, Why were you bumping fenders with
Bumping
it? Like,
fenders gives you loot boxes?
how do you know so much about the situation? That's my question.
No!
Yeah, that's the show you're talking about? I've seen like video of it. I've seen like a bunch of previews and stuff. It's like heavily advertised, I think, on Crunchyroll. And I've kind of been interested in watching it, but the kind of gory aspect
Merlin
has put
humped
me
the
off.
wall.
Is it like really gory? I don't like gore. Doesn't make me queasy or anything like that. It just kind
Kind of boring.
of bland. But I like how his body mutates stuff in weird ways.
Oh no, something gross is happening. Look at that, human anatomy.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh no! He hit it.
Merlin, you are not holding up your end.
Wait, did you name your cat after the car?
I did not.
After the AI? I took it right. Just trying to.
No,
slide
I was
into it.
getting out of your way. I had boost.
Oh,
I was
okay.
trying to not hit it.
It looked like you were orbiting it. Oh, hit it in the front. Oh, okay. Oh, philosophical. All right. Ooh. Ooh.
I mean,
I
again,
really-
it's more like if gore is part of the entertainment of it, then that's probably not going to be for me. But if it's like if it's a good show first and it has gore just to like set the tone, that's fine. Like I'll deal with gore if the rest of the show is good. What the hell? My thing is all blurry. The music notification down there is real blurry.
I thought you were gonna say the music is blurry.
Yeah.
Like, ooh.
What is that like? Synesthesia, something like that. Where you,
Oh my
like,
God,
see
turn
colors?
down the music. I can't taste my beverage.
Yeah. Adding gravitas that's fine. Yeah.
Hey, my car's well known. When you become real well known, K Fox, people put numbers in stalls. All right. I was really well known in high school, and they put numbers in stalls. And you know what? I had a lot of fun times for that. They were calling me for a good time.
This car is a hoe.
We went to the local McDonald's
established
Playland, and we played in ball pits. I puked in a couple of them. That's okay, because everyone else puked in them. We are talking about gore. Yeet, did I say how's it going? I think I did. But if I didn't, sorry. What's up?
So, press F to pay respects. From
Yeah.
What was that, like Black Ops 2 or something?
Yeah, like one of the CODs.
Oh shit, teammate! It's coming your way.
Alright, K Fox.
At least he's awake.
Later, man. Thanks for
Yeah, thanks for hanging out.
hanging out for a little
Good
bit.
times, good times.
Captain K stream later today. You probably already get it. Probably already gone, but is Captain K stream later? I'll probably see you there. What are you talking about? I don't know what we're talking about. I've lost it.
So pay F to pay respects for F. F to pay for respects. You pay for respects with your F. It's a it's like a silly meme, at least at first. Oh, come on. But what I love is that it's kind of like, thanks to the internet, has now turned into a legitimate form of like sorrow and respect now.
People are actually using it for that.
Yeah,
They
like
were-
when the like the Madden tournament massacre that just happened, and people are like actually using it to be somber. They'll press, you know, F in just leave a comment that says F, and you know what they mean. And it's just kind of an interesting thing that has like survived. That could have just been a short-lived meme for a bit after that game came out, but it's kind of neat how it's taken on a life.
Well, it was being used like, you know, to make fun of it now.
right. It was used because it's a
That's so
you know,
funny.
it's a funeral's like a horrible time, and you're like gamifying it by making the player
Yeah.
press a button. And
Oh, fuck.
And it's not even like good gameplay. It's just you have to press this button to move on with the story. It's so dumb and cheap and shitty.
That was dumb. I don't know what they were thinking. Like, yeah, that sounds like a good thing to do.
I'm really annoyed when games do that in general, where it's like cutscene. Okay, now you can walk forward and interact with object, and then it's back to cutscene. It's like, just
Oh,
I didn't need to be there. I didn't need to be there to press the button to interact with that object. Like, you could have just kept that in as cutscene. Like,
or even if the cutscene's going like a lot of David Cage games, where it's like you can't progress in this cutscene unless you just press a button. Like, yeah, but
I mean, David Cage games I'll give a bit of a pass just because that's what the game is like built on. You have to accept that, but
right.
so
But
many
I mean,
AAA
Call of Duty.
games. Yeah, there's so many AAA games that will do that kind of shit. Like, oh, now the player can interact with the game. It's like, I'm not though. Like, it's literally go up and push button. That's not gameplay. That's not actual interaction.
Oh, damn it! I wanted to cut that. No.
But anyways, yeah, my main point was that I think it's kind of cool how people can take something that was just shit posting and being silly and like actually turned it into something that's real.
Oh, damn it! Thought he was gonna hit it forward and blew it out.
It's crazy that people can turn tragedies into comedies, like feel better. Like it's been long enough now that people make jokes about the Holocaust, although maybe that's a bad example. People still get pissy about that, but
Yeah.
you know, you can make jokes about like Pompeii, and no one's gonna give a shit because no one remembers anyone that was alive at that time. It doesn't have any emotional weight to anybody. You can
Later, Mike.
you know, you could crack jokes about fucking Alexander the Great and no one gives a shit.
Got some magic. Oh God, Magic the Gathering. No! Fuck.
Oh my god, Magic is that cardboard crack, man. I lost a
didn't
lot
know-
of money to Magic before I finally had to give it up.
I didn't know you were still into that, Mike. I thought you gave up on that. I thought you went to rehab. I thought you were better than this.
I appreciate that you didn't succumb to the Hearthstone. Oh, I missed.
There goes teammate.
Oh, yeah, he's probably gone by now, but yeah, I had a lot of fun with Magic. A lot of great nights playing Magic, and totally getting laid all the time as well. Like, I was doing both of those things at the same time. Girls just, man, they really drool when it comes to trading card games.
Tony Fisher and his Rubik's Cube. That's gonna be it.
So, I was saying, you know, people can take tragedy and turn it into comedy. You know, a lot of tragic events. But what's interesting is this is the reverse. They've taken something that was comedy and applied it to, oh no. Oh, I thought we had AI back. And used it for remorseful, tragic events. Just kind of crazy how our brains can do stuff like that.
Social things are strange, huh?
Is this fucking thing on loop or something? What the hell?
What?
I've heard the same song like 3 times in a row now. It's on shuffle? How is this happening?
I'll buy myself. Don't want me. I'll buy myself anymore.
Freaking, my boss today walks up to Zach. He's like, Zach, you weren't at any video game tournament, were you?
Oh my god.
Fuck off. I didn't hear it. Oh shit!
What a
really
weird, what a weird way to segue into what happened.
Yeah, and so he was like, and so of course you know the opinion that he gave after that. I bet you can guess it.
Wait, who is this? Zach?
My boss.
Oh, that guy.
Our teammate just went AFK as the ball's going towards him.
That's the guy that loves giving out advice and loves to tell you how he gets laid all the time. So he's probably like, that's why you shouldn't play video games, kind of thing.
He said, I figured that video games desensitize people
Oh my
and
God.
makes them more violent.
Yeah,
Like-
Madden. Playing a football game
Yeah, playing football.
desensitized him to gun violence.
What about all the people that watch football?
I mean, the argument is that actively
Oh,
participating is worse for you than passively.
Yeah, sure, but
Oh, what about the people that play football?
yeah,
Are they more likely to?
some of them maybe. I tried to shoot it in, but I didn't shoot it in.
It's crazy that it was someone playing a football game, not someone playing a shooting game that actually has guns.
Yeah. You gotta think too, like, the thing was pretty, it had to be premeditated to some extent, because, like,
He left and came back. He lost a game of Madden, left, got his gun, and then came back and started shooting.
right, people were saying that this guy was acting strange the entire weekend. So,
I don't see how that's premeditated.
the guy also brought a gun
Not
with
to
a
the
laser
tournament.
sight. Like, yeah, at the tournament though. He probably just grabbed it out of his car or out of his hotel room.
Yeah, people carry guns with them though. That's just a thing people do. It's not necessarily that he was thinking, I want to use this at the tournament. It's like a lot of people carry guns.
Sure.
Oh, you got that?
Yep. Freaking teammate. Oh, is he shooting it in? No. Fuck. I mean, all mine. Oop. Oh no!
I had that.
I tried to top corner it. It was too much.
Teammate. Did you, so he wasn't talking to you about that? He was talking to someone else?
Yeah, he was talking to Zach. Especially because, like, Zach, like, talking to a guy who likes to play video games, you honestly think you're going to get a good response out of this?
What did Zach say?
I don't know. I don't remember. I would have gone into it probably with the boss and been like, yeah, then explain Japan, who consumes more violent video games per capita, has a much lower crime rate. Or the Norwegian kind of region of Europe. Like, Japan's crime rate is just
Yeah. It's
tiny
clearly it's more
fraction.
about the fact that our culture is big on guns. Probably a lot of that has to do with the American Revolution. The gun is a symbol of us getting our freedom, getting our way.
I think it's partly the gun thing, and also I think
Ah.
it could potentially be a mentality type thing too, of like how to handle their stress and stuff. I think, I don't know if this could be part of it, but the United States culture seems to be weighed a little bit more towards it's like potentially acceptable to rage out when you play video games. I don't know how other cultures work, but also in our culture, it seems like we're a little bit more coddled.
More coddled?
Yeah, like we like basically, this coddle's not the word. Like, we should win. If we don't win, like,
As in we feel entitled to win?
yeah, basically. Maybe part of it too is oh, I think that's just kind of rage mentality. Actually, is that what I was gonna say? When somebody wins, people feel like they were wronged. Right? I don't necessarily think that has anything to do with our culture. Just kind of competition in general. People take a loss personally a lot, and either they like.
That feels like human nature, though. I would have to see some evidence
Yeah,
that
yeah.
that's specific to America.
Yeah, I'm not saying that that's specific. Oh.
This guy could have just been a fucking loose cannon mental case, and this just happened to be the thing that caused him to snap. I don't know if
Yeah.
we necessarily have to read into the fact that he was playing a video game.
Yeah, exactly. Like, video games obviously have nothing to do with it. It's a fucking
Yeah, I mean,
video
like,
game.
it could have played a factor in like all the building blocks that cause this guy to go nuts, but that doesn't
Right.
mean that video games are to blame.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, like,
Is the gun to blame? The gun allowed him to do the violence. Is the piece of
Yeah.
metal in his hand to blame? People feel like powerful badasses when they go to the shooting range and shoot their guns. You know, is that influencing them to be more comfortable with firing it in real life? That makes a lot of sense to me. If you've never fired a gun before, you're probably going to be less comfortable about using one. So should we ban people from going to the gun range? Because it makes them more familiar and more comfortable with guns? If not, then you're applying a double standard to video games and violent media, in my opinion.
I think the thing with this guy too, because of his probably him being a loose cannon and stuff. Not the video game itself was the thing that facilitated his like insanity, but more of the competition.
Yeah,
probably.
losing in a tournament, and it was a smaller Madden tournament, but I think
Yeah.
someone said the prize pool was still like $160,000 or something.
What?
I think so, yeah.
This-
Like, cause they go up into the millions. So you know, maybe this guy thought his whole life was riding on winning this thing. Maybe he'd been training for it for a long time and thought like this was his ticket out of poverty. That's all incredibly speculative, obviously. But I'm just saying there could be 100 other factors where the video game like wasn't a major one.
The what I also find very strange for, I mean, we've talked about this before, but I'll talk about it again. What I find very strange is the fact that people like blame video games rather than just telling the people like this guy was a fucking idiot. Like, you just shouldn't kill people. You shouldn't have this mentality. Like, that's it's the
Well,
guy's
people
guy's
obviously
mentality. It's the
They want
blame.
to blame something so that they can think like there's a way to fix this in the future, and
Oh yeah, an easy
'cause
fix.
people-
just
people
ban
don't
video
want-
games.
people don't want to. Also, they just don't want to think that like life is dangerous and scary, and there's some things you can't avoid. That's very uncomfortable. So they'd rather think that everything is preventable and everything can be safe if we just figure it out.
Also, like, I want to ask those kind of people, like, do you think that if you play a video game, you're all of a sudden going to turn into a madman? Like, you're going to be like, oh shit, you know,
No,
maybe I
they'd
should
probably
kill
say
people.
like, well, no, it's because he played a lot of it and was like really into it. Like, it wouldn't affect me. is what they'd
Yeah.
probably say.
Why?
Or maybe they would say that it's like an enhancer. Like maybe it wouldn't cause a normal person, but it like enhances someone else. And who knows, that might be true. I don't think there's a lot of studies that point to that, but I mean, if that's true, what does that mean? Are we banning anything that could influence? I mean, we've been over the influence thing a million times. Like, are we going to ban anything that could have a bad influence?
Definitely not. Oh, damn it!
Oh my god, what a
fuck.
mess.
The general kids don't hurt people. It's all about your mentality. But also this is besides the like this is a good time for like these fighting, or not fight, just video game competition communities to there's like, I saw it in Smash boards or the Smash subreddit today. Basically they're talking about how like, guys, we need to also like, if you see people with rage or something like that, there's something that needs to be done about these people. Like, if people, because some people, they'll like slam their fist on a table or something, like in rage. And while, yeah, that doesn't necessarily lead to gun violence, these people need to be taught.
It's funny you bring that up because I actually saw a video of the Madden tournament from the day before where there was a huge argument and people were yelling and shouting. I don't know if the gunman was in part of that, but there was like a serious heated argument that happened the day before the shooting. And it's really sad to hear the newscaster go, well, hopefully tomorrow will be a better day, and you're just like, oh god, it's not. It's gonna be so much worse.
I heard that the one that had the laser sight on him in the video, like, he survived potentially.
Really? Because I heard that he died.
Really?
Someone linked to like his Twitter account or something, but I couldn't get a good confirmation on that.
Yeah, we're gonna be newscasters at this point and just throwing out shit data. Well, I heard that it was that person was actually a female. They just were wearing a mask. God, oh, speaking of which, so I was on Twitter, and one of the YouTubers I follow, he posted basically, he's a Canadian, and he's saying like, "Yo, America, this happens way too often there. Get your shit together. Do something about this, right?" And of course, he's getting tons of backlash. Tons of people are like, "Fuck you, you Canadian scam!" Shit like that, which is like, come on, guys. And of course, you see tons of other people doing the shitty argument of, you can't ban all guns. Like, that's not
Yeah.
how gun control works.
Take my guns over my dead body.
Yeah, Canadian, gross, huh? Ugh. Blech, those filthy Canadians trying to take away our guns. Like, you can have gun control. So this guy, so the YouTuber, he made an argument. He basically said, like, all we're trying to say, like, yes, we know that we're not going to stop all gun violence places, but to say that we shouldn't try to do something about it is baffling. If we would have just saved 1% of all the people in mass shootings over the last year, that would be better than none, right? That's
Well, they also say that, like, the only way to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. So, like, you take away my gun, and now I can't defend myself from a mass shooter.
right. But that's again, it's like we're not trying to take away all guns.
Which is like I think like 3% of gun cases involve a good guy with a gun.
Yeah. God's sakes. Don't insult me and my fellow Candalians.
Candalians?
Canadians? Canadians?
We actually were not. We were actually on the side of the Canadian.
Yeah, we really.
Although saying "get your shit together" is a little inflammatory, but overall, I kind of agree.
Yeah, he was just being like, he's
No, I
doing
get it.
Twitter big
Yeah,
bold.
you get the
Bold and
you get the
brash.
clicks and stuff, but I'm still don't like it. But I think it's a good argument that, like, you don't need an AK-47 to be the good guy with the gun. Like, if there's a gunman, you're not gonna need fucking fully automatic assault rifles for that.
But so this guy was basically saying, yo, hey, if we save even 1% with some sort of like measure or something, that'd be great. So saying that we shouldn't do anything about this is pretty stupid.
I
so
think
then-
I think a better argument is, like, how effective that gun control would be is the better argument, not that, like, we shouldn't do anything.
Well, yeah, but we don't, like, there's tons of different forms of potential gun control, right?
Yeah,
So-
and the argument should be, like, which form would actually have a good impact.
Right. His argument though was in response to the people saying,
I'm
no, we
agreeing
shouldn't.
with you. I'm moving past that and into, like, the new point of
I'm not done yet though. So. So
I wasn't necessarily, I didn't mean moving past, I meant, like, building on. I'm
So
saying,
this
I'm
guy-
saying this guy's got a bad argument by saying, the guy said if we should try some gun control, because even if we save 1%, and I'm saying, like, yeah, the guy arguing with him should not be saying you can't ban all guns. It should be the argument around gun control should be what forms of gun control are going to work the best for everyone. That's what the gun control argument should be.
right, and yeah, the people. But if any of those people hear gun control, they think it's
Yeah, those
all
words
gun.
are just. Yeah, first of all, they think gun ban. They thought Obama was taking all the guns away, and that didn't happen, obviously.
Yeah.
They thought Hillary was going to take the guns away. Obviously, that can't happen now.
But in response to this guy's tweet, this one guy said, "Yeah, but to this point that you're making, somebody's gonna come by and make." And then he said, somebody's gonna come by and say, "Well, then by that measure, should we ban cars from the road because they kill people?"
You have the
And
devices
so
that are designed specifically for transport, not for killing. The things
So-
that
so
you
I-
have to get registered and your like name, and you got to get a license. You got to prove that you know how to operate it safely.
Yeah.
Completely
So
different. The things that are being controlled.
so I told the guy, I was like, that. I mean, if the people did that argument, that would be terrible logic because cars, we do tons of measures to make cars safer, so that they
we
save
have car
people.
control because they are.
Yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah, we have car control, and car crashes are most of the time accidents rather than intent.
Yeah.
So, and so then the guy responded to me with basically saying, well, like, well, yeah, yeah, people are gonna have bad logic against your arguments. It's like, yeah, you can't do anything about that, dude. Like, I was like, yeah, so what if they have bad logic against arguments? That's...
I can't use an argument because other people will argue against it poorly. Makes zero sense.
Yeah, that's...
You
People are
can't,
gonna-
you can't argue that the Earth is a sphere because flat earthers will use poor logic against that argument.
Yeah, like, that's so stupid. It's like... So I said, I was like, even if this YouTuber guy, I was like, even if he did an argument that was 100% like flawless or 100% flawed, like somebody's gonna have a shitty
that
counter argument.
Change my opinion. Why would I argue differently because of how shit their argument's gonna be?
Yeah, people are gonna have shit logical arguments to everything. So then he responded to that basically doing like, I swear it was like basically virtue signaling after that, where he started to be like, what we need to do is less words on social media, and we need to rally and actually
Changing
be
the subject
active.
at that point.
Yeah, changing the subject and being like, this is how... It's like, okay, I don't disagree with that, but that's not at all what? It's not at all what we were
Really
talking
stupid.
about. Yeah, I agree that just talking about shit doesn't do anything, but what? But I didn't respond to that because I'm like, I'm on Twitter, and so I limited space, even the 200 and whatever words. I don't, or letters. I don't want anything to do with that. Fuck, this is stupid. And
You
then
know,
unfortunately,
it's so easy to make fun of the thoughts and prayers thing. Like that, everyone jumps on that bandwagon of like, oh, I guess we're just gonna send a whole bunch of thoughts and prayers and forget about it now. And I get it. That I see that argument and like, yeah, it takes actual action, and thoughts and prayers isn't gonna stop gun violence in the future. I get that, but I also think that's a bit of a lazy kind of critique at this point. Everyone's kind of heard that, and I think there are people that's actually like encouraging for them to hear thoughts and prayers.
yeah.
Like family members actually do sometimes care about that. Not that I ever send thoughts and prayers. I'm not even on Twitter or Facebook, so I don't give a shit. And I would probably be real annoyed with all the thoughts and prayers posts myself if I was on there. But the point still stands that some people are now virtue signaling by calling out other people's virtue signaling, and it's kind of like, ugh. It's just circle jerk. Oh, he saved it.
Good save.
Just kind of annoys me, the circle jerking themselves off for being like, oh yeah, I think we should actually use actions and not just words. I was like, all right, you're still just using words right now, to be honest.
Also, that's just kind of the easy, like, that's just the easy answer. Yeah, of course we should do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
For fuck's sake. But also, with the, like, it's almost like, I'm not gonna sit there every waking moment of my day of free time doing action to try to prevent this shit either. Like,
Yeah,
that's-
words actually have a huge impact, by the way.
Yeah.
Talking about shit can change people's mind. Well, all right, BRB. Okay. GNG, is that good night, or is that gonna
don't
go?
know. Oh, I was about to, oof. Great noodle, guys. I think that's what it says. What's OOF, Sunbro?
I think I looked that up one time. I don't remember though.
'Cause I have been seeing that a lot lately.
Really? I wonder if
I-
it's a new thing then.
Well, it's also like I'm in this watching a stream and they use it a bunch in that stream. But then I saw it outside of the stream and I was like, oh, this isn't just a stream thing.
Oh, Armstrong is their new goalie.
I thought that guy was a gay Jedi Knight. He was great. Armstrong almost scored with it.
They got a teammate already? Come on.
Off the guy. Gonna go.
Gonna
Great noodle, guys. That's what he says. GNG.
Because I use GTG, got to go.
Yeah, got to go GTG. GT, G2.
Gonna go would be GG. Which I understand why you put the N in there because GG is already taken, but
Well, from henceforth, it is great noodle, guys.
not sure when we're gonna use that.
Well, whenever he uses it.
Whenever he says GNG, we're gonna go.
Yeah.
But yeah, like talking about stuff can be huge. You can change people's minds by talking about it.
Yeah, and people that have
Doing something is gonna have a bigger impact most of the time, but
people that, you know, don't have that much of an influence, like a shit brain like me on Twitch with 74 followers. Oh my god.
that was unfortunate. Don't pat yourself on the back because you say actions are gonna be better than words. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, voting is like one of the bigger things you can do, and even that's, oh my god, that's gonna have like a small impact. You may not have a candidate that is representing you, and your vote might not. Oh,
It's the kind of like shitty obvious advice that I kind of hate that
Yeah.
that people give. Like another one that I am like tired of hearing, and I haven't even heard it that much, is buying a house is a good investment. Yes. It's not even people giving me advice. I just hear people say that. I'm like, of course it fucking is.
don't you know a car
Everyone-
depreciates as soon as you take it off the lot?
Oh
Well,
god.
yeah, duh.
I'm not 7 years old. I don't like.
I think Adam Ruins Everything did an episode about that, about how people just assume that you got to buy a house the second you can afford one,
Yeah.
because they see rent as like sunk cost. But he gave like a lot of great examples of why renting can be a good choice.
Something that I don't know if there's measures in place for this, but something that I don't like the sound of. I assume there's like city measures for this, but like I don't like that so many people like buy houses now and then they like buy multiple houses and they rent out. Some. Because that just raises rent on the house in general, right? But now there's not a house available to buy anymore. And the rent in which to live there is going to be higher than it would have been to buy it.
Go, go, go.
And then if you have a shit ton of people doing this, you're going to start running out of houses to that people can buy, and you're just going to have these rent regions where everything has to be rented, and we're all giving rent to, you know, these landowners basically.
No!
And I understand like banks are kind of like that, right? Where because you buy a loan from a bank, but it's a little bit
But
different.
you are working towards owning it, at least.
Yeah. And that's
can't
that's
do
what I
that.
hear. That's what I hear here is like people are like, yeah, I'm thinking about buying a second house and I'm gonna rent it out. I'm like, I at this point, I'm like thinking, yeah, that's gonna be more money for you, but also just kind of fuck you. Like, the whole reason that you're raising rent. Now that's one less affordable house in the region. Sweet. And this town is like a town that rent is going up and up and up. And there's lots of towns like that. Oh god. A lot of town rents just going up like
Oh,
crazy.
teammate, that's the wrong direction.
Oh
my god, oh
okay,
my god, oh my god.
Oh no. That,
Oh,
okay.
it's gonna be you.
Nope. I had limited boost and to be where I had to be. I don't have any boost.
Oh boy. We could have had him.
Yeah. Like this, the town that I'm in, I think there might be a measure that basically says, hey, you can't build tall buildings very much, like over a certain limit, because it hinders the view of the mountains. Which, I mean, I kind of understand.
Yeah,
But-
I get it.
But rent sucks.
Yeah.
Like, in order to afford a one-bedroom apartment, you have to work at least 2 minimum wage jobs in this town. At least 2.
Yeah, that's pretty shitty.
And there's also a limit, so you cannot have more than 3 unrelated people living in a house.
Really?
It doesn't matter how many bedrooms the house has. So if the house has 5
Wow.
bedrooms, you still can't have more. So that limits the amount of people that you can like have paying for
Yeah.
rent.
What a challenge.
And I kind of understand that too, because they don't want 500 people living in one house. I don't kind of know why, like, it matters too much. Because, like,
That's
so what? They don't.
Less money for people that are renting houses.
Yeah. Because, like, as long as the house doesn't look like total ass, and, like, you know, you don't have 500 cars out in front. Maybe it's a car thing. I don't know. But as long as you're not fucking up in other ways, who cares how many people live there? I think they have to be direct relatives.
Bad for business.
Maybe. Obviously, no one really follows that rule, right? No one really gets in trouble for it.
God damn it. Not having a good night.
'Cause, I mean, I lived in a house where we had like 6, 7 people in the house. But it's still a stupid rule. There should be some sort of like room dependence on it. It's the same guy that left. That's good.
I shall impress him.
Don't worry, we're totally different people. Oh, okay. I don't know how I'm supposed to read that shit.
Yeah.
And then people also ask, like, me and other people I know, why don't you buy a house? Like, in this fucking town? Are you kidding me? My parents' old house built in the 70s. That's 900 square feet. Cost the exact same
You got that?
as. No, I'm not that. Cost the exact same as my parents' house now, a town away. That's twice the square feet, mind you. Same price, twice the square feet.
Ah!
And their house was built in 2000. Their new house was built in like 2002. So 30 years newer, twice the square footage. It's like, well, why don't you go buy a house out there then? It's like, well, because again, when my parents bought that house, it was the new house. It was 200K, and now it's 330K.
Yeah, it's not. There shouldn't be that pressure to, like, the second you can afford it, buy a goddamn house. That's a large reason why the economy collapsed in 2008. People trying to get loans to buy houses they can't actually afford. Oh.
Oh, Michael. Oh, damn it.
No!
Not it. Up, yeep!
Yeep yeep.
And also, my parents' house back in the day, they're one that was built in the 70s. They bought it for $75,000. $75,000. So $75,000. They sold it for $175,000, and now it's $300,000.
Yeah.
Fucks.
No.
Why do you even try?
I mean, don't compare yourself to me. Just get some Iku coins and be happy with the coins you have.
Hey man,
No one said you had to beat me at Iku coins.
I did also reduce the price of Vault. It used to be 50. Now I think it's
God damn it.
I think it's
Reduce
25.
the price of Vault?
20? Yeah, the Vault where you can guess the number of for the combination. I don't
Forgot
remember
about
what
that one.
Scripts pick vaults. It
You got
is.
this?
Oh no, it's worth 10. It costs 10 to do. But also like the starting prize pool is less.
And you can
It
just
used to-
just keep guessing on that one. You don't have to wait for someone else to make a guess.
Yeah. Yeah, you can guess as many times as you want. There's a cooldown, of course, but
What is that command? Just Vault?
exclamation mark, vault, I believe, and then a number that we're guessing.
And did you ever figure out if the number changes every time?
It does not, I believe. Not change every screen. Oh! I gotta save and it. That's the thing, is like it keeps adding. Yeah, so it doesn't change. Yeah, there's a cooldown. You do it like every 5 minutes.
Is that a global cooldown?
No. There's probably a global let's see, cooldown. I don't think there's a global cooldown at all. Do I know the number? Yes, I do know the number.
How high can the number be?
It's between 1 and 1,000. So you spend 10. So this first jackbox is going to be a lot bigger, but then in the future, the vault is going to start at 200. Yeah, and it keeps adding more money. Oh, 1,420. You can't add any more to it. Sorry, guys. Vault's closed.
How much did it up the bounty by? Oh, wow. That's a lot.
Did it do it by a lot?
Like the bounty used to be 1360?
Wow. How did it go up that quickly? 1360. It added 60 to it. Oh, that's probably what that additional mean. The fuck does bet check? There's some of these values in here I don't know. I'm probably gonna change that too then. If it goes up 60 and you bet 10, bit too much. Just trying to get balance on these so there's a little steady progression on stuff. Oh my. Oh, he's not. Oh, I got a flip reset! I did a flip and go! Oh, bro!
Did you actually hit the ball after your flip?
No, but I actually flipped though. Whenever I get a flip reset, I think afterwards, like, oh, I think I got a flip reset there. Oh,
God
good.
damn, I just saved that.
Oh, don't-
Okay.
He was pretty much there. He didn't have much of it.
I mean, I passed it. You know, I gave you the opportunity to shoot. I
Yeah.
was trying to get out of your way. Maybe you should have shot it around me. My momentum carried me after passing you the ball, dickbag.
What's a flip reset, Yeet? It's a... So, with your car resets its flip when, like, basically the bottom of the car reaches... No, my teammate was going when the bottom of the car touches a surface, right? So if the bottom of my car touches a wall or the floor, I can jump again, right? Well, if the bottom of your car touches the ball, your flip also resets because it's technically a hitbox and a surface. So you get a... I like how teammate left after one goal. Real salt.
Yeah, after my accidental save, I knew he was already testy. He was he was a bunch of testes, actually.
Now, here's the thing about flip resets. They're so unpredictable, so wild, that it's not really a tactic that you can practice a lot. Like, you can practice it, get slightly better, but it's not that useful, I should.
I'm sure Justin and Sean would disagree.
I mean, how many times
I don't know
they
if I
actually...
would disagree with you, but I bet they would.
But I would
I
also
know,
say to
I
them,
know. I agree
how-
with you.
how many times have they done a flip reset and actually had it do anything?
Yeah.
It's a good thing to know that when it
Oh, shit.
happens to you,
Look out.
that when it happens to you, you can be like, oh shit, I have another flip.
Mm-hmm.
I can do something with this.
Just
But-
by the time I figured that out, it's too late for me to like use it for anything.
Yeah. Also, I believe when you are falling off of a surface, right? You don't have your second flip counter. You know, after you do your first jump, you have a time limit in which you can do your second jump. I believe if you fall off of a surface, you don't have that timer.
Oh, goodbye, buddy. Have a good night.
Oh, later, eat. Good noodle, guys. Sleep.
Good noodle. Good noodle to you.
Good noodle indeed. Yeah, if you fall off the surface, I don't think you have a time limit for that sort of thing. if you do a flip reset off a ball, right, you can fly through the air after that because the ball fell away from your car. So you can use a second jump pretty much at any time until you hit the ground. That's why with ceiling shots, you see people like fall off the ceiling and they're kind of doing some hang time shit. And then eventually they hit the ball. I wish I could.
Back to you.
I'm trying to go get boost. I don't have boost. Keep grabbing scraps. Oh, there's one person again who's gonna be back.
No!
Ah!
Oh. We got 30 seconds. There's one guy right there.
I want to flick it up a little higher than that.
Oh, that's bad.
That's fine.
Goodbye, teammate.
Oh my god, the progression update has shit in it to discourage people leaving.
Oh, yeah. You see how much
Yeah.
people actually care about it.
Yeah. Little people don't care because I think it's a good thing to try out, and I think if they don't care, well, I think they should add some sort of punishment. Okay, if I would say, obviously not.
Yeah, I'm all
Real
for
harsh.
punishing them by just not giving them shit.
Yeah, but if it doesn't discourage, I think there should be a little bit of a punishment for incredibly repeat offenders. Holy cow. Holy cow. Chill out.
What's the cooldown you say? Like 5 minutes?
Yeah. For Vault?
Yeah. We aren't ranked players? What the fuck was that? I'm gonna drive the Sentio.
Nothing. Oh, good chat. I said what, and he said nothing. So, all right. Clearly, you were trying to talk to me, and you. Or else you're trying to talk to the people that weren't there. Doesn't make that much sense because your phrase wasn't clear to that point, right? You said, you guys aren't gonna join, are you? And then we'd be like, all right. You guys aren't ranked players.
I mean, we are not in ranked currently.
Yeah. Oh, good. Bob Fagit. Like how I dodged the Twitch ban there.
Mm-hmm. Well, the guy's name is Saget, so he just replaced the S with an F.
Yeah.
America's
Oh,
America's Funniest Home Videos guy.
those sure were a day.
But when before YouTube ate their lunch.
Oh God, yeah, they. No, they're still a thing though, aren't they?
They might be, but I imagine they've
just for,
been
like,
they've
old
been
people.
dethroned, if nothing else.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're just for old people at this point.
Yeah.
People that. Oh, can you
Can't
believe
work
their
YouTube.
dog did that? Oh, you don't see that every day.
They smushed his face into the birthday cake.
That's not what you do with birthday cakes at all.
They ruined the birthday cake.
Those rascals.
I wonder if people buy 2 cakes so they can do that. I've never been at a party where anyone did that.
Dude, if somebody smushed my face into a birthday cake, I would be so pissed. I would just be like, dude,
I would not be happy.
that's a waste of fucking cake.
Yeah, those can get pretty pricey.
Like,
And,
I don't care if it's somebody else's money. Like, that's stupid. It's just, oh.
It's a waste, and now I've got to go to like the bathroom and clean icing off my face. But I'm glad you guys had a good time doing it.
Wow. And it also didn't make me, like, physically feel good.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the point, is that it's an annoyance to you.
But those are the types of people that, like, it's just a prank, bro, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, you and I are people that not like those sort of. If it's really small, I don't care.
If someone makes you think that your stapler is broken,
But, yeah,
they're
or
just like, just kidding, it's fine.
at a time, right?
A good-natured prank is fine when it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, they're, oh god, it's so fast. It's still kind of boring. It's not like exciting, but it's fine.
Like the stupid one I pulled on Siler at work, where I made it so if someone with his Windows username modified the spreadsheet by changing a value to fail, it popped up a thing. It was a picture that was like My Little Pony, but instead said My Little Peter, friendship is magic.
Wow.
And that's it. That's all it said.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not like it's causing any problems. You get a good chuckle out of that.
It was potentially bad because he encountered it when he was for the first time when he was in a meeting with Intel at the Intel office.
Get him fucking fired.
But then, good thing the Intel guys, they knew exactly what was going on. They're good natured, and so they were just like, "That's hilarious." They thought that was great. They still bringing it up on calls. Especially because he was like, check out Ashton's spreadsheet. Look how awesome it is. Like, that was literally why he was doing it. And then, bam! Look how good it is, guys. He pranked me. And that's the thing, is like, I had it in there for over a year. He never modifies the spreadsheet. That's kind of why I did it in the first place. There's kind of like a time bomb of like, when will this activate?
You really don't
Like a time?
hear about My Little Pony anymore. That was like a thing for a long time. It was
Yeah.
everywhere. It's kind of died now. I think furries have kind of taken over that like weird kink spot.
Kind of evolved in the furries, too,
Yeah, that's
in a way.
good point.
Their biological tree expanded out of just pony. They went to other animals. We're basically seeing evolution happen
Right in front of us, yeah.
right in front of us.
Oh.
sooner or later they're gonna evolve into dinosaurs, and then
Mm.
a comet's gonna come down and kill most of them out. Not an actual comet like killing them. It's gonna kill their love for such a thing, right?
Interesting.
So
they're
then
gonna
new
be really into comets. They're gonna want to fuck a comet now.
yeah, but then new age ones are gonna come in that are gonna be like
Interesting. It's gonna fracture the party.
yeah. And those ones are gonna start turning into modern day animals, less dragons, less weird dire wolf
It'll
shit.
be the great furry civil war.
And then eventually they're going to they're gonna kind of go full circle, and they're gonna be like human.
Oh, gross.
They're gonna like cosplay human.
You really think it'll go that far?
Yeah, for sure. And then they'll start like inventing stuff within the community and like make nations. And then have geekdom wars between each other.
Is this a fanfic that you've already established?
Yeah.
Anyone want to trade? I don't think I have anything to trade.
No, thank you, man. But hello, welcome. Fuddy Muddy. Foodie Moody. Foodie Moodie. But you do know a good place for trading. The Rocket League Discord.
I've gotten a lot of good stuff from there.
A lot of people want to trade stuff there.
Well, isn't Scoot a cutie?
A cutie booty scooty.
I'd like to look at her Scoot, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah. Like, cause you'd like to like fall in love with her, grow old, and she'll have to buy a scooter, and
Exactly, and I'll fall in love with that scooter.
yeah, how it was meant to be. Oh, that was a good pinch out of it.
You mean to hit that? The Zoot Scoot Riot.
Oh. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, that's better.
Oh, yeah!
All you had to do is make it tip his butt. Oh, no! I was trying to shoot it on the outside. It's a demo.
Nice pass. Not.
Ooh,
That's you.
I'm in a funky. That was a real funky right there. There wasn't much I could do. I didn't have forward. I have too much boost.
Oh.
Gonna touch, isn't it?
Woo!
Slamma jamma! Satisfying. Don't need to touch that. Yeah, you kind of had the right idea there, the double tap. Ah, Scoot's over there. Somebody kill him. That's
Go back to you.
unfortunate. Oh!
Crush it, teammate. That was not a great pass. I'm going back.
It's fast.
Oh, I love that. Absolutely love that.
No, that's not what I wanted at all. Fuck. I was trying to turn my car enough so it bounced the opposite direction, but I didn't turn it to the side enough. Thought it was straight for you. Oh, that's good. No, it's not fast enough. Ah, I don't like that.
That was a good flick, but just not accurate enough.
He's gonna hit it. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Oh man, it's open, teammate, anything.
So my roommate, right, the one that's you know, a little special and everything, he has to get money from the government. Apparently, I don't exactly know what's going on, but he is getting less money from them now potentially
Oh no.
to a large degree. Like we're talking 1/4.
Jesus.
Because he did like a recyc evaluation or something. But the problem is like him having to do all this, like, he doesn't understand what all happened, what the result was, or anything. And so I don't actually know if that's the case or what's going on.
That's horrible.
And so he potentially has to go get a job now. But I told him that he has to go, like, you know, talk to his dad and stuff. Because his dad knows way more about it than I potentially would. Plus, his dad has all the paperwork.
Yeah.
But if that's not the case, like, and he has to get a job, I have to help him with. Well, I don't have to, but I'm going to help him fill out job applications. Because it scares the crap out of him doing that
Oh
sort
yeah.
of thing.
Scares me.
Right. Yeah, that's what I told him too. I was like, the whole process is scary. So, I'm hoping it's figured out and he doesn't have to end up doing that. But, you know, it sucks.
Yeah, that's awful. Are they? I mean, if they're changing it, they must think that like he's made improvement or something.
Potentially.
God
like,
damn, teammate.
I don't know.
Or maybe this
But-
psych eval just something went wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing is like, when I asked him a bunch of questions, you know, he doesn't know, right?
Right. Hopefully, he can at least get like a second opinion.
Yeah.
At
He was supposed to
at
talk.
at least try like a second opinion before going through all that.
Yeah, he was supposed to talk to his dad today about it. Hopefully his dad's helping him out. But you know, one thing that he does is like when he doesn't understand something, he doesn't like ask a lot of questions and stuff. He
Right,
just
yeah.
kind of keeps to himself.
He's probably just like, I want this to be over. I'm not gonna ask questions and make it last longer.
Yeah, and you know, there's also other parts of it where he doesn't want to like cause, you know, people to be annoyed or people get pissed at him and stuff like that because he doesn't know what's going to happen. So like, Like he can't be doing a lot of that stuff on his own. Like his dad made him go to the Social Security office by himself.
Oh man.
And then his dad said, "Well, I guess I should have been there." It's like, yes.
Yeah. Damn, teammate could have had 5.
But yeah, it's like Social Security office. It's not a self-explanatory fucking thing.
No, it is not.
I've been there once, and it was pretty stupid.
You know, DMV, all those government type of. It is like so many fucking forms, and like you got to go to the right desk or whatever.
Yeah.
A bunch of bullshit.
I had to go to the Social Security office once because like I got some letter or something from them that was saying that there was something wrong with how like I filled out how I was receiving my paycheck or something like that. I forget exactly how it was worded. But they said basically there's something wrong. You have to go to the Social Security office. I said, fuck, all right. I've been receiving a paycheck here for like 2 years. And now there's something wrong. What the fuck? Then I go there. I talk to the people. Oh, nice. I go and talk to the people. They read it in the system. Then they go back and talk with somebody because they were a little confused on what was going on. And there was a little bit of a disconnect with my paychecks because I didn't have my middle initial on my paycheck.
Oh wow. I'm behind you.
So it was just I thought it's pretty stupid.
Yeah.
But I mean, I got it settled, and luckily it was easy. I walk in saying, "I got this letter. Here it is. What's going on? What do I
So
do?"
did you have to go tell your boss to start putting your middle initial on there? Was that the problem?
It was either I had to tell the boss to put my middle initial on there, or they had to input in their system that it didn't require a middle initial. I don't quite remember what the resolution of that was. No, I think I went to payroll. I think that's what ended up happening. Went to payroll and said, "No, this is weird. For me to request this," but I think I remember that too. It was easy to fix them in their system. Because like all their stuff is like was in-house made. This was at the call center.
Oh, this was the call center? Oh, okay.
Yeah, everything's their like employee system was custom made in-house. So like modifying that, since everything was in-house, I just walk up to the front desk and say, "Yo, change my middle initial, please." They're like, "Sure." What do they care?
Yeah.
Oh, I got hit.
Woo!
I didn't even get a pass for that because the guy hit it. I think.
You didn't get a pass there.
Yeah, I ramped off of it. And then like taxes too, dude. Taxes. Like it's not taxes for my for me. Shit. A non-itemized deduction is pretty
Simple.
easy. Yeah, all I have to do, I mean, it's kind of tripled because I have to enter in student loan information. I have to enter in health insurance, and then obviously my wages. And last year I had to enter in 2 different wages because I think I had 2 different W-2. Company switched, if I remember. Maybe it didn't. I don't fucking know. It was taxes. But that stuff is still fuck.
This is crazy because teammate had 1,000 points and almost had 5 goals, and now we're doing everything. He like just got to 100 points this time, and it's a rematch too, isn't it? Like we played.
Yeah, it's rematch.
Tried.
You're gonna take the jackpot from. Hilarious. I was also thinking about making the vault like a bigger number. Too.
Increasing the range.
Yeah. 'Cause since it's like adding, I'm gonna make it so it adds 10. Or you put in 10, it's gonna add 10 as well. It'll increase by 20 each time. As opposed to it was 50, and it would match it.
Ooh, what a clear!
Oh god.
I guess it was.
Oh no! I think this is gonna be my last game.
Yeah, it's time to go.
A lot of these games, though, with the currency, I'm trying to balance it. Because it seems like, you know, Yeet's been playing them, but he's been staying at, like, the same spot.
Oh, damn it.
He's been staying in the same spot, even though he's been playing it, and you haven't been playing it, and you're obviously just continually increased. Which is the way to do it, but I'd like it to make it so if you played it, you increased faster, right? I don't want it to be an idle game.
Shit.
I don't want it to be an idle game. I want it to be a...
Yeah, it's just every time I played, I'd end up going down in points. So I was like, Psh, I make money. I make it way faster by just leaving the stream on and never messing with any of the. They're not enticing enough because they're too risky.
Yeah.
I mean, it could just be that I've been getting bad luck and was just burned enough times that I didn't want to. But
Oh, nice one, teammate. I did change the value of slots, though, so the lowest win is 50, and the cost is like 25 or 20, one of those two. Because now it's no longer, at least you got your money back. It's
slots
you
was actually
win,
one of the ones that I had no
win.
problem playing. It was just I usually just forgot.
Yeah, I just made it increase 4, though.
It was damn.
God, I really have to pee.
God, if we tie it up here.
I hope not. Good thing I don't have that much boost. Okay. Quick going. I'm going, Sunbro.
You're going for good. All right.
Yep. Gotta go to the
I'm
bathroom.
gonna try to
Okay.
fucking nail this vault real quick.
All right, I'll keep it up, but I'm leaving. So,
All right, that's fine. See you later.
bye.